think we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a pretty good group tonight. So for those who don't know, my name is Rick Bailey, and I'm the president here at Northern New Mexico College. I'm also the president of our branch community college. And so we're really, really honored to have all of you with us tonight, or if you're watching the video, thank you for following up. And we're really grateful for all of you to learn more about Northern and the programs that we have and opportunities that we have for you and for your students. We have an amazing group who are already here on with us tonight. In addition to the chairs of our departments who will be giving you just a brief overview of the programs. We also have financial aid. So we have the director, Jacob Pacheco. We have Dr. Toby Bott-Lyons from Upward Bound. We've got Mike Rivera from our Veterans Resource Center. We have Deanne Brown, who is our coordinator for dual credit. So we have a whole host and several more. We have a whole host of people who are here to answer any specific questions that you have. Let me make just a very quick overview. So Northern was the first college in the state in March to move all of our programs online. We felt we needed to do that for the health and safety of our community. It was really important to us. We know the sacrifices that took to do it. And we know that put everyone, students, faculty, staff, everybody, it amped up those challenges. But I will tell you that this team has stepped up in ways that make me prouder than I can say. And so we are where we are. And it doesn't mean that we've solved all the challenges and we're still working through all those. But the quality of the programs is incredibly strong. The power and the talent of our educators is off the charts. And so we're excited about serving you. So thank you for joining us. We were also the first college in the state to announce that we were going to remain online for the fall. And so all of our programming, 95% of our programming will be online. And the only exceptions that we're making so far will be for a few skills labs where there is absolutely no way we can do it online, where the career field is such that the state desperately needs those graduates timely, so we can't wait a year. Perfect example is our nursing program for those skills labs. And then we'll only do it knowing that we can mitigate the risk as much as possible and have a very small cohort with masks, PPE, socially distant, and all of that. So that's where we're headed. Everything else will be online this fall, to include the introductory programs and the theoretical classes for our new programs in the branch community college. And that's the electrician program and the plumbers and pipe fitters program. And so we have Dr. Frank Loetta, our chair of the trades, who will also be able to answer specific questions about that. So let me stop right there. And that's just kind of the big overview. We're going to give the chairs a chance to just say a few words and introduce themselves to you and their programs to you so that you get an idea of what's available this coming fall here at Northern. And then obviously for specific questions that you have about financial aid or dual credit, any of those issues, feel free to use either the chat function, which is a button on the bottom here for Zoom for those who haven't used it, or the Q&A function. And you can actually type a question in, and we'll try to monitor both of those as we go through this session and make sure that we're getting all of your questions answered. Okay, with that, I think we will start with our our Department of Engineering and Technology. And our chair for that is Dr. Sadia Ahmed. And Sadia, are you gonna do it, or is Dr. Cox, or is this gonna be a joint presentation?
I will do the first part, and then he will talk about the Python part of it.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Dr. Ahmed.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. And it's been a crazy time, and we are all in it together. So if Ken could put this PowerPoint slides, please, Ken. Ken?
I'm sorry, I had muted myself.
Okay.
Engineering.
The picture you're looking at right now is what Northern New Mexico College looked like 1 million years ago.
Can you see that?
There we go.
Yes.
Yes. So I have been the chair of College of Engineering and Technology since spring 2018. And then more recently, it came back to the original name, which was the Department of Engineering and Technology. It's a little bit of restructuring went on. So the way I talk to my students, and I'm just going to try to present it the same way, why engineering? Because everybody thinks of engineering as a very, very hard thing. So that's why my first sentence is, don't be scared of the word. And I'm partial about engineering, so I believe engineering is the present and it's the future. There's no way to avoid it. So why do we want students to get into this area? Because, first of all, while they're in the program, they have opportunities for incredible internship opportunities, jobs during their college years. And then after graduation, they can get jobs pretty easily. Of course, you have to apply, but there are lots of jobs and good paying jobs. So I wanted to put those 2 points first. Ken, go to the next slide. And if we look at the statistics, as I was talking about the internships, 35% of all our engineering students are working either part-time and full-time. And I'm not talking about just any other areas, but in related areas in engineering technology jobs while they're students. And we do a lot of times do our scheduling around their work schedule. And sometimes they also do their school schedule around their work, provided their employers support that. So they get good experience while they're studying engineering. And then after graduation, go back a little bit, sorry. 95% of our engineering graduates are working in high-paying jobs in engineering technology fields. And one of our biggest employer is Los Alamos Lab. And they've been just wonderful. And while they're in Los Alamos Lab working after graduation, I have students who contacted me. They get into master's programs and they get into even higher jobs. I have a few students who went in other states to get jobs. So job opportunities are really, really something to look into for engineering majors. Okay. And as far as the future, it's just growing. The fields are growing, both in electromechanical engineering program and also information engineering technology program. I would like to mention this here because this institution, as you already know, Northern New Mexico College offers a very good tuition rate for all programs. So if you consider engineering program, our offered engineering program 4-year bachelor degree compared with the other institutions in the US, it is one of the lowest tuition, something to consider really, greatly. 2 of the best accredited engineering technology programs in New Mexico, and I'm talking about ABET accreditation, and that's a national accreditation, and it's like a brand. And when I talk to my new students, I always talk to them about Nike and whatnot. I don't wear a lot of brand names, but so it's important to have something. So when you graduate from a program which has a good, solid educational program, then the employers are always interested in those graduates. So that's something to think about as well. We have very small classroom size. So we have one-on-one advising, which basically helps the students to succeed. And this goes for every single student because we do one-on-one advising for every student who comes in our program. Okay, Ken? Okay. I just wanted to show this because these are our proud work by our students. As far as whatever they learn throughout their whole program, at the end, they have the Capstone Projects. So this is one of my groups who developed a mobile application. This is for a company, they developed it. So I just wanted to showcase it right here. This was a pretty big application and they did it in 2 semesters. And finally the application was submitted. We basically did it for free, of course, for the company. But this is what their end product is after going through the whole program. Next one. This is another example. This is an animated applications. One of the groups, Capstone groups, they developed this projectile motion, torque, and spring, all those physics things that people learn, students learn in K-12 and in the beginning of college years. They did this application where you plug in the values and it shows you the animation and it gives you the results of each of the value in physics. Okay. They also did a recent one, the database application. I have a property in Rio Arriba County in Espanola, And I faced this problem when I went to their pay the taxes online. So recently, because of COVID, I think in March, they created something online, but before that, they didn't have it. So a Capstone group students, they developed this database application for the Rio River County. Another Capstone project, this is Dr. Cox come into play. You can see the hand on the left side, that's actually a human hand. And on the right side, 3D printer generated these arms for this girl. She's one of our relatives of one of our staff member. And then this was also part of the Capstone project. This is another, a student, he came from another country, and there is a serious voting issue in his country. So he insisted on developing something that will identify the voters. So this is another example of great, fascinating projects that our students get involved in. And another one I put in here, it's something, one of the students, he lives in Santa Fe area, and he was complaining about mail theft because he wanted some kind of alert when the mail comes in. So he created this system with this little device which will give him an alert, and then he will know when to pick up the mail, or before anything happens to the mail. So these are some of the wonderful projects that our students did, among many other. The major programs we have in two different areas. One of them is electromechanical engineering technology, and the other one is information engineering technology. And both of them have their associate and bachelor. And good thing about the associate and bachelor is the credits that the students cover in associate, that's counted toward the bachelor. So, every credit is counted basically for your degrees. And the way I explain to my students when they do associate bachelor is, you have finish your associate, get $20 in your pocket, and then get the bachelor, you get $1,000. So just to give them a boost and motivation while they're shooting for the light at the end of the tunnel. So there are, besides these programs, there are exciting certificates also in networking, in programming applications, database applications, cybersecurity. More recently, we are working on 2 different certificates, Python certificate and certificate in drafting. And why I'm specifically mentioning these certificates, because these are wonderful, short, I would say, pathways for dual credit students to get into, finish up the courses, and then get the certificate. And what I have done, or with the help of my faculty member, of course, is that offering the courses instead of full 16 weeks, 8 weeks, 8 weeks, 8 weeks, 8 weeks, so that they can finish up quickly and get the certificate and get motivated. Okay, next one. So this semester, fall 2020, I know a lot of school representatives are here. So I would just like to talk about some of the courses that we are offering this semester. One of them is Computer Network 1, Computer Programming 1, Computer Science for All, Intro to Engineering, Python 1, Python 2, and Drafting. And many of these courses, as I mentioned, create pathways to certificates. And these courses do not have any prerequisite. So if any dual credit students show slight interest in engineering, they can just jump into any of these courses. And I've been coordinating with Deanne on these courses as well. So thank you so much. And I really, really hope that all of your students will be interested in getting into engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. And then Dr. Cox, do you want to add to Dr. Ahmed's presentation?
I'd love to, yeah. Ken, sorry, I was kind of late sending you the link to the slide. Were you able to bring up the slide that I'd like to share?
No, I think what we'll do is if you can talk about it and send me the slide later, I can send it to Stephanie to add on to our collection.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
You've
so I just
also
wanted
been
to.
promoted to a panelist. You may have the ability to screen share now, Doctor.
Is that right? Oh yeah, I see.
Okay.
Thanks,
okay.
James.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, so,
Thanks,
yeah.
James.
I'm going to go ahead and try it. Cool. So let me slide.
James is a student of the engineering department and graduated from it. So kudos for him for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, James. We've been working together for years, and I'm so happy to have you at my side, or at my virtual side, you can say. So can you guys read my headline, Program or Be Programmed?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, thank you. So this is just a follow-on to Sadia's kind of overview of what the department can offer. And I'm super excited to have this kind of menu of kind of entree into computer science. Kids are coming, from all different kind of walks of life and points of view, and certain things kind of appeal to them and other things, not so much. So these are 3 dual credit engineering courses that I'll be offering this semester. Computer Science for All is a model building in social science and physical science. We're going to be spending a lot of time on building models of COVID and a lot of times on environmental impact. And the language we do that is NetLogo. This is the language that was chosen 25 years ago by the Supercomputing Challenge folks at Los Alamos. So this is kind of a gateway for teachers and students in K-12 to build teams that could address the Supercomputing Challenge. The theme this year, of course, is COVID-19. NetLogo is especially well suited to building models of viruses. It's really set up to look at interaction of independent agents. So that's the engineering 1101L, right? If you want to speak numbers. I'm really happy to have conversations with students and teachers and parents. So my email address is at the bottom of the screen. Another way one can enter computer science is by, rather than building models, by actually sensing the environment, deciding on what to do, and then making changes. So we can measure light, we can measure temperature, we can measure distance, and then based upon these things, we decide to turn on lights, to turn on the sound, to open the rattlesnake pit and on the intruder on our portal, whatever you choose to do. So Arduino is the platform for physical computing. That's engineering 1110L. And then to speak to Sadia's mention of the certificate programs. So we started a collaboration with the NASA Research Lab in Ames and Intel and NVIDIA to build smart robots that can recognize what they're seeing. And there's going to be a team at Espanola Valley High and a team at Northern. And everything's going to be done in Python. And to support this work, we're offering a 4-course sequence in Python. As Sadia mentioned, each course is 8 weeks. So in the fall, I'll offer Python 1 and Python 2. Python 1 is a just from scratch introduction. Python 2 will be data science and introduction to artificial intelligence. Python 3 and 4 in the spring will cover computer vision and they're really high-powered tools for doing artificial intelligence, which require graphical processing units, GPUs. And so the Python 1 and 2, these are going to be intro, but fast-paced, right? You're going to be in and out in 8 weeks. And I'm really looking forward to kind of preparing kids for these teams to work with NASA. But it's also the major job skill language that people are looking for at the lab. So there's these 2 courses plus 2 Pythons leading to 2 different certificates: an intro certificate if you pass the 2 fall classes, and then an advanced certificate if you pass the 2 spring classes. I'd be happy to talk to anybody or set up a Zoom meeting, with families or teachers or students to go into more detail about these courses. Of course, they're all offered online. They're all going to be in somewhat self-paced, but they're project-based. Things will be due every week, but I'll be holding daily office hours and demos to kind of support student learning in Zoom. Thank you, Rick. Thanks everybody for the chance to present.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Steve.
you.
I will let go of my screen.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Cox. Thank you.
And everybody, thank you so much. Remember that all of these chairs, all of these professors that you hear from tonight, any questions that you have, please feel free to use the chat. We have all of our student services folks here. Happy to answer any questions that you have. Again, Deanne Brown is here to, if you are looking for dual credit opportunities in these, she can help you with that process as well. Let us talk about our Department of Language and Letters. And so I would like to ask Lori Franklin, our chair of that program. Lori, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you, Rick. Ken, do you have the slide that oh, here it comes. Oh, wait, just a moment. Well, I can introduce myself. My name is Lori Franklin, and I am the chair of Language and Letters. And thank you all for joining us. I'm very happy to be here and to talk a little bit. I'm going to focus on dual credit opportunities within our department. So we have, first of all, a lot of general education courses. There it goes. There it is. Thank you, Ken. That many dual credit students take. Courses like Composition 1, Public Speaking, Composition 2, Technical Writing, Creative Writing, Introduction to Literature, Spanish. These courses are all common courses, so they're transferable to any college in New Mexico, but they're also general education courses. And not only that, but they are courses which really emphasize skills that are needed in college, that are needed in the workplace. I realize that I talk about the 3 C's, communication, critical thinking, and creative expression. And our department is all about the 3 C's. And of course, those skills are so important, so desired by employers, and really essential to one's success in many, many different programs in college. So we do have a lot of students who come through our courses, and we are thrilled to work with dual credit students. And we also have quite a few students, and it's growing, who are actually getting our AA in liberal arts degree. In fact, this spring we had 10 high school students who, at the same time that they got their high school diplomas, they got the associate of in liberal arts. So I know all of those students. I have either had them in class or worked with them, and I'm so impressed with how their skills have developed. And I think they are getting such a head start to be graduating from high school with this degree, but also just with such a foundation on things like writing and speaking and creating presentations, doing research, integrating information from sources, citations, all of it. Those are just so important. I got to brag a little bit because of these graduates that I'm speaking that were high school students. Many of them were accepted into very prestigious colleges. Many of them were awarded very impressive scholarships. And, you know, they are starting college with a good chunk of their general education completed. So it's just such a great head start for them. And we also had quite a few high school students this semester who were on our Trickster student editorial board that was led by students. And actually, I'm thinking 3 or 4 of them were high school students. So they were integral in selecting the stories and the poems and the artwork that would be included in the edition that we have coming out at the end of the year. They helped us out with our Borders essay contest. They helped evaluate essays. So I just think what great experience for those high school students to be involved in such a team effort and a creative effort, and one that ends with this beautiful journal. So that's a little bit about some of the things that we have done. My name is at the bottom of the screen, Lori Franklin. My email is also at the screen, lorig@nnmc.edu. I absolutely would be delighted to speak with anybody. Please feel free to email me. I'm looking forward to the semester. You know, we're embracing this challenge. We're still going to be teaching from the heart like we always do. Just our medium's a little different, but we're still here and we still care about students and are really happy to have dual credit high school students in our classes.
Lori, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So for all of you watching, clearly you've already seen just in the first part of this, the caliber, the superstars that we have at Northern. My job is to brag about this college, and with the professionals that you've already heard, it's really easy to do that. So let us ask, I'm going to shift gears for 1 second. I'm going to ask Dr. Frank Loetta now to talk about the technical trades. So Dr. Loetta is our chair of the technical trades. Frank, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. Sure. Our electrical program and our plumbing program are part of the technical trades department in the branch community college. And both programs are active. So we're just getting them online. So please give me a call. And I'll post my email and phone number there to let you know what's available right now. But you can definitely take general ed courses. You can sign up for your general ed courses, and a lot of them are dual credit. Just like Lori, Dr. and Dr. Ahmed were talking about. You know, we have and Steve Cox, the Engineering 101. That's a dual credit course, and that's in our pathway, in our electrical trade and plumbing pathway. English 1110, Math 1170, Communications 130, Social and Human Social Behavior and Human Sciences, the Humanities, plus Environmental Science 2130. We have quite a few courses that are in the pathway that are available right now. They're available right now, and they're dual credit courses. The electric core content and the plumbing core content are going to come online, and we're hoping to get some courses, core content courses going about mid-fall. We're definitely going to have our OSHA 10 online and some theory classes. You know, because of COVID, we have to be careful. These are lab courses, and we're developing our labs, you know, as we speak down in El Rito. So it's a real exciting. I'm really excited to be here and to help the college and help the community with these programs. I'm working with John Ussery up in El Rito, and with Andy Romero with facilities, and we're coming up with a plan to get those labs online. So bear with us. You know, we have this COVID to deal with, so we have to make those labs safe as well. But we're excited, and we want you all to sign up, and we're working with the dual credit coordinator to Dion to make sure that our partners in the community college have our courses in their catalog for dual credit. So thank you for being here, and if there's any questions, please feel free to ask me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Loera. And so just to kind of piggyback on his comments, one, we're super happy to have him on board with us, and we look forward to his leadership. So I'm actually coming to you from the El Rito campus tonight. And what we have been working on, and John Ussery, Jason Lewis, there's a whole team, all our facilities folks, we are working right now on preparing the lab spaces under Dr. Loera's direction, to have those spaces ready to go starting in January. So there are 60 credit hours that are in a typical associate's program. 31 of those 60 credit hours are done in kind of a theoretical level, and 29 of those credit hours are hands-on. So there are plenty of courses to take this fall, starting this month, that actually will lead to your associate's degree in the technical trades. And so talk to our Office of Advisement and our counselors, and to Dr. Loera, and we'll help you through that process. I do want to put a qualifier on it. So we are pushing here, even in the midst of COVID, we're doing it very safely, but we're really pushing to have the labs ready to go in January. That was our original intention, to start, and even before COVID, it was our plan to start in January. We're still planning on that. We're still getting ready for that. But I do want to be very clear that we're also not going to put students in harm's way. And so, you know, we're going to see how this virus plays out. We're going to see how the development of the vaccine and therapeutics, and then look at other kind of mitigating techniques to ensure a safe environment. And then once we feel it's safe to do so, we will have cohorts doing the actual hands-on classes here in El Rito. Again, it could be in January, but we'll have to play it by ear and see how the pandemic evolves. So thanks very much. And now let's turn to the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. And so I would like to introduce Dr. Tara Lopez.
Thank you, President Bailey. And I'm going to share my screen, Dr. Dvorak, since I think I'm able to do that. But it should be the whole thing. Can you see that? Is that going? Okay, great. I'm gonna actually maybe put can I put my video on? No, I guess not. Hi, I'm Dr. Tara Lopez, and I'm the chair of Humanities and Social Sciences. One of our students actually created this great PowerPoint. So this is Natalia Bacchus, who is an associate's student in substance abuse studies. And so I'm, again, thanking her for her creativity and helping us to frame what I'm going to talk about this evening. Just to get started, really what I want to talk about is something very personal, is that when I was a first-year college student, I loved my humanities classes like literature and language, and really how they connected with my social science classes like political science and sociology. So not only did this make me understand what my professors were trying to have me learn, but it really just made it more exciting, like I was putting together pieces of a grand puzzle. And really, this is what we do in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. The degrees we offer, first of all, include, first of all, a BAS with an emphasis in psychology, a BAS with an emphasis in, sorry, somebody asked me to do something, a BAS with an emphasis in crime and justice studies. And then, oh, hello, hi. And then we also have a BAS in, but now I can't, there we go, in humanities, and then a BAS in self-design. And they all work together like those puzzle pieces that I was talking about. Each are unique, but all take this integrated approach where, for instance, a student with a focus in crime and justice studies will take, in addition to those classes focused on criminology, etc., other classes like dialogue classes, one of which President Bailey is actually teaching or co-teaching for us this semester. In those dialogue classes, students engage in learning not by sitting passively in lectures, but by discussing and engaging with all these important ideas, these contemporary theories that connect, again, like those puzzle pieces, to all majors and disciplines. Also, all of these degrees look to our cultural resources here in New Mexico as part of our degrees. So classes, for instance, like Introduction to Pueblo Indian Studies is a required class for all degrees. So this integrated approach that we take is why we call our BA, which is a bachelor's, but it's a bachelor's of integrated studies. Therefore, we see that all of these different disciplines, our majors, the way we study, the way we think about the world are really interconnected, and we teach from that standpoint. So it makes it very, very exciting. We also offer associate's degrees in substance abuse counseling, liberal arts, general psychology, and criminal justice. So on the point, for instance, that Lori Franklin was making in regards to, how critical it is to learn really strong writing skills, really strong critical thinking skills. Also in our department, we help to foster those skills, and they'll help you prepare for different careers such as law enforcement, if you want to go to law school, education, counseling, substance abuse counseling. Really, the type of degrees that we offer provide the basis for you to springboard into a variety of careers that you're interested in. Many of our students are going to graduate school to study American Indian Studies. Many of them are going to law school. Many of them currently work at LANL, and they're looking for a degree that'll help them propel them forward in their career at LANL, and we work with them as well. So this is the elevator speech, which I usually think I'm going to try to keep it brief. So if you have really any questions, I'm the chair of the department, Dr. Tara Lopez, and we have this great team, Dr. Robert Bishara, Dr. Leanne Sims, Dr. David Barton, Professor Pamela Piccolo, and Professor Kirsten Fergursky. They all come with such vast knowledge and great expertise, and really a lot of work in their different fields. So contact me. There's my email address, and I'd look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lopez. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's shift gears again. And I would like to introduce Dr. David Torres. to talk about our Department of Math and Physical Science. Dr. Torres. And Dr. Torres, I think you're on mute too.
So I'd like to thank you, Dr. Bailey, for allowing me to present the information about our department. So I'd like to share information about the Department of Mathematics and Physical Science at Northern. We offer courses in mathematics, physics, astronomy, and geology, and we just opened another section of astronomy which we're trying to fill now. So if you're interested in taking astronomy, we have a section that's open, and that has, I think, one prerequisite, just fundamental mathematics. So if you're interested, that section is open. We have many talented staff and faculty. These are our full-time faculty here. They include myself, Dr. Ajit Hira, Dr. Claudia Prea, and Dr. Anna Vasilik, and a new lecturer, a very talented lecturer, Dr. Katerina Bacchus. And we have many actually full-time faculty with PhDs teaching our statistics classes, physics classes, and geology classes. I also want to inform people to take advantage of our Math Learning Center. So the Math Learning Center offers free online tutoring. This is done synchronously through Zoom and asynchronously through WebAssign. So if you have further questions, you can contact Dr. Anna Vasilik. And there's information. I'll show you how to reach it. If I'll get onto our Northern site and show you how to reach that Math Center. And you know, we're definitely going to continue with the associate degree. So consider a degree in mathematics. It's a rapidly growing field, expected to grow 30%, which is much faster than other occupations. So math degree is actually a strong grade to consider with a positive job outlook. We have many good research opportunities in the department, and these include the Alliance for Minority Participation Grant, which provides $1,000 per semester to full-time minority STEM majors to participate in a faculty mentor project. We have the InBreak Grant, which funds student projects in biomedical research. And these are, I think, one of the strengths of our department are the projects we do. So these are projects. This is a computational fluid project done by some students in the department. And this studies convection. This is basically we have a floor and it's heated in the middle. And the fluid rises, this is air, and you can show you how the fluid rises. This is done by a couple of our students in the department. We also have what is called a Rayleigh-Taylor stability. So you have a heavier fluid on top of a lighter fluid. And the heavier fluid is like pouring like milk into your coffee. The milk goes down, and then you have this mixture that's going on. Dr. Claudia Prea does the fractals in our college algebra classes, so that's always interesting. And those are some of the projects we do. We also have other projects here, which I wanted to show. These were a couple projects, a poster that was done by our students and presented at our annual student research symposium. And we studied cancer genes that are related to leukemia here. And here we're studying T-cell movement within diverse tissues. So we have a lot of different projects going on in the department, and I think, you know, students always benefit from working one-on-one with our faculty members. Our classes are typically small, and so you all definitely get lots of attention in our classes. And that's kind of regardless if it's a beginning class. Usually we have classes around maybe 20 students, or in the upper division and you even get smaller. So I think you get definitely a lot of one-on-one, one-to-one attention in our classes. If you're, as a last remark, if you're interested in figuring out how to take advantage of our tutoring center, you go to students, and then you're going to go to Student Gateway here. And then all you do is scroll down to the bottom, and you go to Math Learning Center, and then it will provide you with instructions on how to take advantage of free tutoring here, which will be done through Zoom this semester because we're, obviously going online. So that's all I have, Dr. Bailey, and thank you for allowing us to me to share information about our department.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Dr. Torres. And I'm really glad that he brought up, I do want to take a moment to talk about the care and assistance and support that our faculty members and even fellow students will give to our students. So you saw Dr. Torres show you how to get to the Math Center. There's a very similar center, a writing center that helps students with written assignments. And And we also, through a Title V grant, have a whole army of student mentors and student tutors that for many of our classes and many of the classes you will take, there's likely going to be someone, another college student who is paid through a grant that actually is there to help you and do one-on-one through Zoom, one-on-one support and mentorship and help you with any questions that you have in different courses. And so it's just a supplement. So I really want to encourage, in fact, I think there's some of our student mentors are even a part of this meeting tonight. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that, no matter where you are. If you're a student coming in from an adult learner, if you're a dual credit student, whoever you are, once you enter the virtual door here at Northern, there is an entire team of people whose sole purpose is to help you and be of service to you. So please take advantage of that for sure. Okay, let's now reach out to our Department of Nursing and Health Sciences. And so I'd like to ask the chair, Ellen Tropka, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. I think I gave a slide to somebody to upload. I don't know who has that.
Ken, is that?
Yeah, that's me. Hold on one second.
Okay.
You're also a panelist, Ellen, so if you have it handy, you have the ability to share your screen.
Okay.
You want to do that, or you want me to?
If you can put it up, that's great. I don't have it handy. Thanks, Ken.
Okay,
Just
there
2
you go.
slides.
You want? I've got 3. You want to just do the number 3?
No, go. You can start on the first one. Thanks.
Okay.
I don't see anything up there.
He's working. It should just be one more second, Ellen.
Okay, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ellen Tropka. I'm the chair of the Department of Nursing and Health Sciences, and I'm a nurse. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the nursing programs that we offer and our dual credit opportunities. I think in light of our current pandemic, everybody understands the importance of nursing as a profession. We've all seen nurses on the front lines taking care of COVID-19 patients. So I think now as never before, the profession has such an important place in our community and in our nation. Nursing is what they call a high demand, high wage profession. So there's lots of jobs and you make good salaries. So you can always get a job, support your family, and have a rewarding professional career.
Ellen, are the slides up?
No, I don't see anything. But that's okay, I'll just keep talking. The first slide that I wanted to show you was to illustrate that we have a nursing career pathway here at Northern. If you're not sure if you want to be a nurse, you can take a 1-semester nurse aid course, otherwise known as Certified Nursing Assistant, CNA, and you can work in a long-term care facility and kind of get your feet wet and decide like if this is a good fit for you. So you can get certified as a nurse aid, work in a long-term, like in a nursing home or even in a hospital. We also have a 2-year associate degree nursing program that leads to the registered nurse license. And within that program, after your 3rd semester, you can sit for your licensed practical nurse and start working and earning money and continue on to the registered nurse license. And we also have a baccalaureate degree in nursing, the RN to BSN completion program. So after you earn your registered nurse license and you're starting working, we have an online holistic RN to BSN program that leads to the baccalaureate degree. Not everybody that wants to be a nurse gets into the program. There's a very rigorous application process. We admit 24 students once a year in the fall semester, and you have to pass a standardized nursing entrance exam and meet several benchmarks on that exam. You have to take a semester of prerequisite courses, chemistry, biology, anatomy and physiology, introduction to psychology, and you have to get a certain GPA 2.75 in those courses, and then submit a formal application. So If you're interested in nursing as a career and you're in high school, I would recommend that you focus on math and science. Take chemistry, take biology. It'll really help you when you get to college and you take those college level chem and bio classes. And read, I always tell people to read a lot, even if it's not schoolwork. One of the biggest indicators of whether a student is successful in nursing school is their reading comprehension abilities. So read a lot. And just really study hard because it's a very rigorous academic program and again, a very competitive application process. If you're in high school and you're interested in dual credit and you're not sure if nursing is the career for you, but you're interested in a healthcare profession, we have a really great dual credit course called Introduction to Healthcare Professions. It's HSCI 1103. There are no prerequisites to that course. We're offering it this fall semester. We usually offer it both fall and spring, and we try to schedule it so that high school students, it works for your schedule. And so in that course, you explore all of the healthcare professions, what the educational pathway is to that profession, if there's certification or licensure, and what are the professional role skills that you need to be successful in that profession. So I think that kind of sums it up. Sorry, my slides didn't make it up there, but if you're interested, please email me, etrapka@nnmc.edu. You can find our information on our website. We have a great faculty and staff that work really closely with our students. I think if you've ever had healthcare in Northern New Mexico, you've probably been taken care of by a graduate of Northern's nursing program. So I hope that you consider nursing as your career, and good luck for your fall semester. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ellen. Yeah, the provost, Dr. Lopez, Ivan Lopez, and I, we always joke with each other that, hey, we have to treat those nursing students really well because we're pretty sure they're going to save our life someday. Okay, let's ask Dr. Lori Baca to come forward. She is our chair of our Department of Business Administration. Dr. Baca.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey, and thank all of you for taking the time to join us today. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Lori Baca. I'm the department chair for business administration, and I've been working here at Northern for 19 years. I went to school in San Juan Elementary, and then I went to JFK, so you probably figure out my age. And from there, I went to Espanola High School where I graduated. But before I graduated from there, I started taking courses at Northern New Mexico College. So I have a long history with this college and the students and the people that work there. I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to talk to you. And Ken, do you have my slides? Well, he looks for my slides. I was going to say that the college or the Department of Business is made up of business programs as well as cosmetology and barbering. The business programs are accredited by ACBSP, or Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs. And the cosmetology and barbering are licensed by New Mexico Board of Barbers and Cosmetologists. So the way the programs are set up in the Department of Business is everything is stackable. And what I mean by stackable is if you take one class towards a certificate and earn a certificate, the certificate can lead to an associate's degree. The associates will lead to a bachelor's degree. So once you start taking classes, we can help you get through and maybe even graduate with either a certificate or an associate's degree by the time you finish high school. So Ken, if you could go to, let's start, is that the first one? That one's number 4. So can we go back? I was just giving an intro to everything. Is that the first one you have? I think the certificate is first. Yeah, I think those are all of them. So I'll start with the certificates. We offer administrative assistant, that's 33 credit hours. So all these credit hours that are listed on here will give you an idea of how long it'll take you to get these certificates. The bookkeeper is 23, Microsoft Office Suite is 16, entrepreneurship is 25, hospitality, tourism, and restaurant management is 25, and project management is 15. So for example, the Microsoft Office Suite, which is one of the newest certificate, it's 16 credit hours. And the way we have it set up this semester is you can take pretty much all of them and finish with a certificate in Microsoft Office Suite. So you can have that all done in one semester. Ken, next one, please. We also have certificates and associate's degrees in barbering and cosmetology. So the way that works is barbering is 1,200 clock hours. So you have to, that's a hands-on program. You have to work with hair or, you know, cosmetology, work with facials. But what that really means, those 1,200 clock hours is 3 semesters to complete the program. Cosmetology is 1,600 clock hours, which is 4 semesters. So in 2 years, you can be out with a license with for cosmetology. Okay, we have an Associates of Arts and Business Administration. So that's a 2-year degree. All of these are 2-year degrees. But that first one, the AABA, that one will be the one that leads to a bachelor's degree in business. The Associates of Applied Science and Office Administration, that degree is in case you want to become like an office administrator. And that one, after 2 years, the idea is you'll go to work. A lot of our students are working at Lano, state, city offices. Okay, and then the Associates of Applied Science in Barbering and the Associates of Applied Science in Cosmetology. Those are also 2-year programs, so you get an associate's degree with those ones. Okay, the 3 concentrations that we have for a Bachelor's of Business Administration is management, project management, and accounting. The lab is really interested in hiring people with these degrees. They have, in the past, all at one time, they hired 8 in accounting. And those students that were hired at the lab were given the opportunity to get their master's degree, and it was paid for. Project management, I just learned today that they hired 6 students last year, and out of the 6, 4 of them were from Northern New Mexico College. So those were internships, and they are now working on their Q clearance. They want to keep them, so that's a good thing. Management, same thing. They've hired a lot of our students, and a lot of our students have been working up there for a long time. We got accredited in 2015, and since 2015, we've been offering these business administration concentrations for a bachelor's degree. Okay. This semester, this fall semester, we have these dual credit courses. And if you take a look at, all of them can be used towards our bachelor's degree. All of them can be used towards our associates in business and a lot of our certificates. But I want to point out the last 4. If a student comes in and is really gung-ho, they can take these Microsoft Office courses, the Access, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. along with the English class, and they can finish a certificate within 1 semester, or they can do it over 2 semesters. But those classes will help a student, even if they don't want to get a certificate. Word always helps them in other college courses, as well as Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. So if anybody's interested, they can take them individually or package them up and take them over 1 semester. Right now, those classes are offered every 8 weeks. If you have any information, you can contact Lisa. She's my administrative assistant. There's her information. If you like to talk to me directly, my number is 505-747-2186. So the only difference is the last digit. It's a 6. My email is albaca@nnmc.edu. So albaca. Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity, and hope to hear from everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Baca. We appreciate you. I saw, Dr. Ahmed, you had your hand up. Do you want to do a quick announcement or anything before we?
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. No, it's not an announcement. I just wanted to add something, and I think it's true for all the chairs. When I'm taking my courses, well, not teaching my courses, I have noticed that the dual credit students are usually pretty serious compared to the rest of the students. So I would strongly suggest and request every wonderful participants in this session to encourage your students to take courses from all of our programs. So I just wanted to add that. This is from my personal experience, what I've noticed in dual credit students. Thank you so much.
No, that's wonderful. Thank you, Sadia. And, really, like I said at the very outset, the goal is if the more we can have dual credit students get closer and closer and actually achieve associate's degrees when they graduate high school, one, it puts those students that far ahead in getting to their bachelor's degree and more. And two, it saves families a bunch of money because now you've been able to take a lot of these college courses for free. So we highly encourage that. And I appreciate Dr. Ahmed for her comments. Let's turn to Joaquin. So I'd like to talk briefly about our Department of Biology, Chemistry, and Environmental Science. And our chair for that is Joaquin Gallegos. Please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joaquin Gallegos. I am the chair of Biology, Chemistry, and Environmental Science. And I'm going to share my screen real quick. And I have a little presentation that shouldn't last too long that I can share with you. Our department consists of 4 major areas of concentration: biology, chemistry, environmental science, and also radiation protection. You can obtain your 2-year degree in both biology and environmental science, and your 4-year degree in biology and environmental science. Chemistry, we have an associate's, which is a 2-year degree in chemistry, and an associate's of applied science in radiation protection, which is also a 2-year degree. Some of I apologize if some of the words blocked out on the side, but many of the students who enter into our biology program are interested in research, graduate school, medical school, veterinary school, becoming lab technicians. Each one of our professors does on-campus research, and Dr. Mario Isaguirre has a plant genetics laboratory that he runs on campus. Dr. Shushmita Nandi has a cancer cell biology lab on campus. And then also Dr. Rhiannon West has a fish ecology lab on campus. If this is something you guys are interested in, we'd love to get you engaged in some of these activities. Historically, we've had high school students work specifically within the plant genetics lab. And many of these students continue on, even after dual credit, to do wonderful things in the areas of biology. So if you guys are interested, if that's what you see as your aspiration, please let us know, and we can see how we can accommodate you and make you successful in your career goals and your educational goals. You can see their contact information below if you guys are interested in contacting them directly. Dr. Linnell is our faculty within the chemistry program. Similarly, people who major in an associate's in chemistry are interested in research, graduate school, lab technicians, and there is quite a bit of opportunity as a chemical technician up in LANL if you're looking at pursuing a career at LANL. Within environmental science, there's myself and Dr. Teresa Beatty. Many of the students who decide they want to major in environmental science want to pursue a career in natural resource management. That would include state agencies such as New Mexico Game and Fish, New Mexico Forestry, federal agencies such as the United States Forest Service, the BLM, and in addition, there's quite a bit of opportunity also at LANL in the environmental remediation area and the environmental services area also. So if you guys are interested in any of those areas, feel free to contact myself or Dr. Beatty, and we can definitely assist you more in answering any questions or seeing how we can help you out with your educational goals. Finally, the area of radiation protection. This is a program that has become quite popular within the last couple years, talking about really high graduation placement rates. I just received an email the other day from a LANL recruiter who wanted to have a list of all the graduates that graduated in spring and summer in radiation protection because they wanted to make sure that they hired all of them. So this is an opportunity for individuals who are looking for a 2-year degree, who are interested in staying local, who would like to work at LANL, and this is a good entry-level career. It has great growth potential, not only within radiation protection, but also adjacent type of work. So if you guys are interested in that program, please contact Dr. Scott Braley, who is our faculty member in that area, and welcome. Thank you guys for attending tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully one of these days on campus. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, once again, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joaquin. I appreciate it. You know, one of the, we're actually in the process of merging our arts, film, and media and our humanities and social sciences under Dr. Tata Lopez. But I did see Professor David Lindblom. And David, would you like to say a few words about arts, film, and media?
Yes, I would. Okay, so I teach film and video here at the college, and I invite students to take film classes and to be a film major. And I promise you that we will take really, really good care of you while you're here. We have many graduates from our program, and they are successful people here in the Valley. They're making films, they're winning awards, and they're serving the community in many ways. I think there's 3 particular reasons why I think film is important. You can take film classes that will make you better in your other chosen careers. For example, a nurse who knows video, a scientist who knows video, a teacher who knows video. These people will have an advantage to get the job, to get the better pay. Somebody asked about aviation classes. We do teach drone technology here. You get a license to fly drones. Another reason is if you don't particularly consider yourself a scholar, or you're not sure you will succeed in college, our film classes will bring you in. We love the students who don't quite fit in yet. The ones maybe they're too wild, too creative, too special. They belong in the film program. Also, making films is a great way to discover the world and find your place in it. It is a true liberal arts education that makes you desirable to many employers. And finally, if I was to say to you, if you wanted to learn how to be a football quarterback, let's say, and I said to you, well, come to Northern because we have 2 football teachers, one who played with John Elway and another who played with Joe Montana, you'd be pretty impressed, right? Well, myself and Matteo, the two film professors here, I've worked with Martin Scorsese, and Matteo's worked with Robert Redford, and these are the greatest all-time filmmakers, and I don't think very many colleges can say that. So again, we will take really, really good care of you, and our classes will help you find a place here and will enhance your careers. So I posted my information, and including my phone number, so please contact me with any information or any questions you may have.
Great. Thank you very much, Professor. And actually, both David and Matteo, I can brag about the fact that I have seen both of these filmmakers. I've seen their work. They are both truly gifted artists in their craft, and so and they're also amazing educators. Okay. So I'm gonna hit a pause for a second, and I'm gonna ask, I know we have a lot of our student services folks on, and really in all different quadrants. Would anyone else like to say any comments about their specific things, or anything that you think there may be questions that need to be answered? I'll kind of scan around and see if anyone has a hand up or. Okay. And then I'm going to give a second to everybody to take a look at all of the chat to make sure that we've answered anything or everything. And while we're doing that, let me give a shameless plug here too. I also want to tell everyone, because we have a captive audience, about the census. If you have not filled out the census, 2020census.gov is the place to go and fill that out. Or you can call 844-330-2020 for English, 844-468-2020 for Spanish language, and someone will assist you in filling out the census. So please do that. It's important to all of our community. Okay, so let me ask Dr. Ivan Lopez. Ivan, would you like to say a few final words? Our provost.
Well, I just want to thank all the chairs, okay? You can see, okay, the passion that they have, okay? Because I was very explicit to tell them that they have 30 to 60 seconds, okay? And you can see, okay, you can see the passion, and I'm very proud of them. I just want to say Dr. Sandra Rodriguez couldn't be here with us, but we do have programs in teacher education. Now, because these programs, they have an admission requirement, where my recommendation is for students, okay, to start joining general ed or start enrolling in general ed courses. And these are gonna take you eventually, okay, to a program in teacher education, if that is what you want, okay. It's very difficult to have teacher education courses at the dual credit level, okay? But from time to time, Dr. Rodriguez offers something, okay, just to motivate students, okay, for the profession. But that's all, okay? And thank you so much for to all the chairs, okay, for sharing their passion and their programs.
Great, thank you so much, Dr. Lopez. I don't know, let me do a quick scan. So Jacob Pacheco is our Director of Financial Aid. Jacob, there's a question about the Financial Aid Office and the work that you're doing now with students. To my understanding, that's happening remotely. Is that correct, Jacob?
Hi there, everybody. Yes, that is correct. We are working remotely, and we are also working in the office. But we are working, and we have been meeting with students and parents via Zoom. So we've been doing a lot of sessions helping students and parents complete the FAFSA application, or working through problems that they may be having completing a file. We've been doing that a lot through Zoom. We going into this new year, I just want to let everybody know that we will be working to help students and parents through the financial aid process. We're going to have to be innovative. So we will be communicating with the high school counselors so that we can come up with ways where we could be meeting in groups using Zoom. But you know, we are here, we're working, we're serving students, parents. One of the best ways to communicate with us right now is through email at our FinAid email, and that is FINAID@nnmc.edu. We are also answering phone calls, but because of the nature that we are working both on campus and remotely, we are really asking that people send an email because it is recorded, and we will always get back to you. There's always somebody monitoring that FinAid email, and we will get back to you. So if anybody has questions, I'm here. You can send a chat. I'll answer. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Jacob. And just as another reminder to everyone, so FINAID@nnmc.edu, and Jacob and his team will monitor that email. I'd also like to remind everyone, if you have a second, go back through the chat. Again, Stephanie, we said it at the top of the meeting, but Stephanie Montoya sent a chat that basically has the link to take for anyone, for any students interested, to click and fill out your admissions interest form. That's right on our website. So it's under the Student Gateway admissions and then admissions interest form. So please feel free to take a look at that. Clearly there, and Yvonne said it perfectly, there's so much passion. Everyone's really excited. The bottom line is that there is a home for you at Northern, whether or not you're an adult who is adult learner who's looking to shift careers, or you are a high school student that wants to get ahead and actually get closer and closer to a certificate or an associate's degree. We're here for you, and we're excited to be able to serve you. So thank you all very, very much. We appreciate you being with us tonight. I ask one last thing, especially for those of you who work in the school districts. Please, we are going to have a recording of this. We're going to basically put this on YouTube. We'd like you to spread this far and wide so that others can benefit from the information that you got here tonight. So we'll send you that link as soon as we have it. Thank you very much. God bless all of you and everyone you love. We appreciate you from all of us, our students, faculty, and staff at Northern. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.